If you're thinking about buying or selling luxury real estate in Jupiter right now, this number will shock you. Homes are sitting 110 to 140 days on market. After years of bidding wars and weekend sales, the ultra-wealthy have completely changed how they buy. Today, I'll show you the 5 pressure points reshaping this market and why 2026 is going to look very different. Here's the hidden truth. This isn't a crash, it's the first real window of opportunity since 2020. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay Tronelon with the Jupiter Group. I'm a local real estate agent, and I also make videos to help home buyers just like you navigate what it's really like to live here in Palm Beach County. I've helped dozens of families buy and sell luxury homes across Jupiter and beyond. Whether you're a buyer who's been waiting for the right moment, a seller wondering why your home isn't moving like it used to, or just someone who's curious about where Jupiter's luxury market is heading, this video has everything you need to know. Let's start with what's actually happening right now, because the numbers tell a story that's very different from what you might expect. Jupiter's luxury market isn't crashing, but homes that used to sell in a weekend are now sitting for 77 to 84 days on average. In the luxury segment, properties over 1.5 million are staying on the market for 110 to 140 days. Admiral's Cove, for example, is seeing an average of 88 days on market. This is the same community where homes used to get multiple offers within the first week. Luxury inventory has increased notably year over year, reaching the highest levels of active inventory since 2020. And when we talk about the market split here in a minute, this will make a lot more sense. Over 70% of luxury closings in Jupiter are all cash transactions. The ultra-wealthy aren't desperate anymore. They're value-driven and will wait months for the right property at the right price. Homes are selling for approximately 4 to 5% below their original listing price. In a market where sellers were getting over asking 2 years ago, this represents a fundamental shift in negotiating power. Now, if you're wondering why this is happening, the answer isn't what most people think. This isn't about the market failing. It's about sellers still living in 2022. Here's what catches sellers off guard more than anything else right now. Many sellers are still anchored to the pandemic-era pricing. They remember what their neighbor's home sold for in 2022, but buyers have completely changed their approach. Some high-end listings have been quietly withdrawn instead of discounted publicly. Sellers in communities like Admiral's Cove, the Bears Club, and Old Palm can afford to wait, so they're pulling their homes off-market rather than adjusting their price. Off-market cancellations are masking the softening demand. Homes that should be showing price corrections are just disappearing completely from the MLS instead. The days of naming your price are over. Strategic pricing based on the last 90 days of sales data, not the last 6 months, wins in this current market. Presentation also matters more than ever. When buyers have multiple options in the same price range, staging and professional photography can make all the difference between a showing and a sale. But before we get to what sellers should do, let me show you where the shift is hitting the hardest, because not all luxury segments are experiencing the same pressure. If you're shopping in the mid-luxury range or looking at waterfront properties, this is where things get really interesting. The $2 million to $5 million segment is feeling the squeeze. Buyers are comparing older estates with modern turnkey properties, and they're being incredibly selective. Outdated waterfront homes are increasingly price sensitive. The majority of recent buyers want turnkey modern finishes, not total renovation projects. However, these outdated waterfront homes are still being purchased, but they're being purchased by developers for as low as they can buy them. The developers bulldoze the existing home and build something completely turnkey that buyers are waiting for. Condos and villas are experiencing an oversupply problem as well, especially in older waterfront condo towers. And there is a very clear reason for that. It's all about the windows of opportunity for buyers. But we'll get to that later. The ultra luxury segment, homes above $10 million, is still stable in pricing, but velocity has slowed considerably. Deals are taking longer to negotiate and get to the closing table. In the $20 million range and up, more homes are being sold off-market by real estate agents. These ultra high net worth individuals continue to want privacy and discretion. So you're probably wondering what's causing all of this. Let me walk you through the pressure points that are reshaping how buyers think right now. There are 5 major factors driving this market transformation, and if you understand these, you'll understand exactly what's coming next. Luxury buyer psychology has completely changed. Cash buyers, who represent over 70% of our luxury market, are value-driven. They don't have the pressure of a mortgage rate to lock, so they can afford to wait for the right deal. Election year caution is real. High net worth buyers often pause major purchases as they wait for clarity on future tax policies, economic regulations, and financial market stability. Historical data from the past election cycles in 2016 and 2020 shows a noticeable dip in luxury home sales in the final quarters, followed by a surge in the first quarter of the following year. Plus, our feeder markets are absolutely affecting the housing market here. Jupiter's top feeder markets are New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, California, and Tennessee. Election cycles and economic conditions in those communities impact if and when those buyers decide to move here. Listing staleness is also becoming a real issue. Homes lingering over the 90-day mark trigger a quiet price reduction or off-market resets. When buyers see a property that's been sitting, they assume the seller is willing to negotiate. And most significantly, buyers are no longer expecting to pay your publicly listed asking price. Now, here's where it gets good, because this shift is creating opportunities that we haven't seen in recent years. Let me show you what this means if you're a buyer. If you're a luxury buyer who's been waiting for the right moment, this is it. For the first time in years, buyers can negotiate again, especially on homes that have been sitting for 90 days or more. That's your signal that the seller is ready to have a real conversation about the price. Expect more flexibility on closing timelines, furnishing, and inspection items. Sellers who may have been unwilling to budge 2 years ago are now open to creative solutions to get their properties sold. Focus on what I call stale but strong listings. These are properties that are great quality but have been on market too long because they were originally overpriced. Luxury builders and sellers are quietly offering off-market incentives and price corrections, and seller concessions are absolutely happening behind the scenes. And guess what? 2026 is going to bring something big to the market. Stay tuned to find out. But listen, if you're a seller, you might be feeling a little nervous right now. So let me tell you exactly what you need to do to position yourself for success in this market. Here's the bottom line for sellers. The market hasn't disappeared, but your approach needs to evolve. Strategic pricing is everything. You need to look at what's sold in the last 90 days, not the last 6 months. That's your reality check. Presentation and staging matter more than ever. Buyers are emotional, not desperate. Professional staging, updated photography, even small refreshes can reignite interest. If your home has been on the market for more than 60 days, refreshing your listing with new photos or a slight price reset can completely change the trajectory of your sale. Jupiter's market is still incredibly strong. We have high net worth individuals relocating here from New York, Massachusetts, California, and Nashville. The demand is there, but those buyers are selective. So now that you know what's happening and what to do, let me show you what's coming next, because the cooling phase is not permanent. Here's what most people don't realize about this market shift. It's temporary, and the experts are predicting something big for 2026. Real estate experts are predicting home sales to jump by nearly 10% in 2026. Fannie Mae forecasts that the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate will fall to 5.9% by the end of 2026. That's expected to unlock pent-up demand across the entire market. When interest rates ease, more homeowners in the $2 million to $5 million price range can sell their current homes and move up into the luxury segment. That creates a wider pool of motivated buyers. Stable U.S. market conditions will continue to attract international buyers who view prime real estate in places like Jupiter as a critical long-term wealth asset. And all the fundamentals that made Jupiter attractive are still here. Waterfront properties, world-class golf courses, pristine beaches, and a lifestyle that blends luxury with privacy. The buyers who move in the next 6 to 12 months are going to get the best deals. And the sellers who are pricing strategically now are going to be the first to benefit when activity surges in 2026. So let me bring this all together and tell you exactly what you should do next. Jupiter's luxury market isn't disappearing. It's just finally giving smart buyers the upper hand. And sellers who adapt now will be positioned perfectly when the 2026 surge hits. If you're ready to take advantage of this window before it closes, reach out to me via email at livinginjupiterfla@gmail.com or check out my contact info in the description below. Whether you're buying at a discount or selling strategically, let's map out your move while the leverage is still on your side. And if you want to see where Jupiter's wealthiest buyers are actually putting their money right now, watch the next video where I count down the 10 most expensive mega mansions in Palm Beach. From estates with presidential history to private islands valued over $150 million, you'll see exactly what trophy properties look like at the highest level. Click here now and I'll see you there.